We're back. Let's get right into it, guys. We're just going to show you our nice, pretty faces for a sec, and let's go right into spectator mode. So you can hear us, right, everyone? Check, check, check. Here we go.
Well, ColdingLight, as we saw previously, is going to be bringing a very, very offensive horse. We don't know if he's going to be bringing Whimsicott in the front or the back. Either way, it's definitely going to be a threat for Mark. Mark's got a lot of things that are weak to it, and this is going to be a very, very, very sticky situation. Oh, I got echo. 1 sec.
No problem. I mean, like we saw ColdingLight's match before, we know he's probably going to do the same strategy. I'd say, well, if it ain't work, don't fix it. But is it going to work against this team? I'd say it's bringing the same lead. It's just a calculated move to come clean up with the horse. Either way you get thrown at it.
I mean, they've got Tailwind on opposing sides, so it's going to be a little bit battle of speed control here. They also have a Kyogre sitting on the field, which at any moment is going to be a nuclear explosion of water. So I'm excited to see what happens.
So it looks like we already got some Mark fans in the room. Let me start the prediction, but it looks like Colding, and we got his side of the view this time, is vouching for a Whimsicott, a thunderous lead against this team.
Okay, here it is. Tailwind on Tailwind. Genies and friends, genies and friends. Oh, this is awesome. This is going to be good. They're going to clash.
We already know he's got Shadow Rider in the back. You can't go to a game without Shadow Rider. So we're seeing definitely his in-game. He's already maxing, so it's definitely going to go vouch for the spread moves at the end.
What are they doing? Oh, good. What's this? Let's see. Oh, my God.
Whimsicott goes for this Tailwind here. Double Tailwind! We got the Tailwind wars going on already. Oh, Thunder on a Thunder Pokemon. It's just, I always think I want to hit him hard with the Thunder move too. So getting another speed boost there. So we know who's faster now with the +1 and the Tailwind. So now I think ColdingLight's here looking to probably just knock out the Tornadus with the Whimsicott on a Moonblast or something, or just start doing some damage into Regieleki.
ColdingLight's team composition is designed around knocking out 1 or 2 Mons, and then his speed carrying his legendary is restricted. So it looks like he's going for the same exact thing here, except he probably brought Indeedee with him, I would think. He does like to use Expanding Force. We saw that he has the Max Psychic in the previous round, so I think that's probably going to be his back end.
So Moonblast on Regieleki, so I guess he's definitely going for the double? Nope, he goes for the confirmed kill on Tornadus, and Regieleki's about less than halfway health left. Oof, I think that's going to take about 2 more hits from Regieleki. It's going to be tough to take him down next round, next turn.
So we're going to see a Kyogre in the back here, and probably an Urshifu, I would assume. He's going to definitely bring Urshifu as his probably quick blast towards Calyrex. However, it's going to be difficult if Indeedee's out there on the field. He's going to shut down Sucker Punch. There's the Urshi.
So we got some members of the chat. Tub already declaring, who's part of the top 8 with us. He's already saying the the Thunderous seems pretty weak to his team. I'm with Kyogre, Urshifu, and with the Tornadus. Yeah, it's like 3 Mons are just weak to 1 Pokemon. Even an Airstream on Rilla too, 4 actually.
That Genie is just there standing tall, confident, proud, just ready to go. Look at this. Here he is. Let's go.
Sashed Urshifu. So it's going to take 2 hits to take him down now.
But here's my question. What's Kyogre going to do against this plus plus the horse when it comes in here.
Oh my gosh, yep. Now it's looking like a 1 HP Urshifu with the max. No, he still has Tailwind up, but he's already +2, gotten much more. But Thunderous goes down there. With the confirmed critical, as always. So here comes the Shadow Rider. Here comes the legendaries.
I think we're going to see Indeedee come out first.
Ferrothorn!
Oh, okay. Well, he's definitely going to be shutting down the Kyogre. However, Urshifu is not really going to get a moment to do anything because he's probably just going to take a Moonblast in the face right away. I think he's almost forced to protect in that slot right now.
And Mark is yet to max, so it's definitely looking like he's going to have to max Kyogre.
There's no way for him to gain any type of speed, so Ferrothorn is just kind of here as a placement to do as much damage to both of these mons as it can and just set up for Astral Barrage. ColdingLight is still in a very, very powerful position.
Seeing the maximum Kyogre here. So does he, since he can't be KO'd by either mon really, Moonblast is going to take Urshifu out. Does he go for just a hard stab move, or does he throw Leech Seed and slowly chip away at the Kyogre?
Kyogre may go for the Ice. I'm not sure.
Calls the Protect, I think. Takes some special defense, special attack down, -1.
Gets the drop, wow, gets the drop.
Making things even worse against the... Oh, the Whimsicott's going to go to 5 HP still. Is that an eject button? Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we saw that last game.
We did not. The Whimsicott didn't get targeted at all.
Calyrex comes in with a free switch here.
He's fresh. He's fresh.
Hey, goes for the Leech Seed on Kyogre. So, man, they're sitting tough right here now with the -1 Kyogre on the field. Leech Seeded every turn. Both Tailwinds appeared out, but I'm pretty sure that if this Urshifu and Scarf, Calyrex outspeeds it easily. So we're looking for just some damage from Calyrex, and then maybe another Leaf Stab on Kyogre.
Threat of Sucker Punch here on Calyrex is enough to keep him scared, but I'm curious to see what other option they've got there. He could just go for the close combat, calling it, and Kyogre into it, but I don't think he wants to just lose his Urshifu to an Astral Barrage, so I think he's forced to do Sucker Punch into Calyrex, which feels kind of actually safe. Biggest thing that's going to happen is a swap. Although I guess Pharaoh would kill him after the turn's over. Well, this is a little bit still sided towards Folding. He barraged. Wow.
Calyrex stays in.
The balls on this. Wow. Wow. In front of the sucker.
Hits him with the body press. And he's Leech Seed. He's going to pick up some more HP here. I don't think he's even going to be able to get KO'd by another hit by Kyogre.
No, it's going to end on this next one with the double. This is going to take Kyogre out here, and this is going to be game 2, ColdingLight round 1.
I think you called it. I think it's tough for Mark to even get out of this situation. He can sect out, and we do have a forfeit. Or not a forfeit, just a in the round right now. So, on to game 2. ColdingLight not taking a loss in the last 3 games. Here we go. Alright, let me show some face real quick.
You know, ColdingLight's team is just one of just strong composition, and I know that they always usually put in a lot of time into their teams. It shows every time that they're on screen. I don't think I've ever seen ColdingLight not show up for something.
Oh man, every time, like I was saying earlier in here, every tournament we have, I know he's at least either top 1 or 2, and it's like he's really picky about the terms. He doesn't join all of them, but the ones he joins, he's probably in a situation where his team's calculated. He knows it's probably can just run through these best of threes really easy. And yeah, he always impresses me when he comes out. And it looks like our boy Mark's gonna have a tough 1 or 2 games ahead of him.
Well, it's ColdingLight, you know, I'm sure he'll tell you. I think I saw him say it once. A king gets to pick and choose when he eats his meals, so that's probably why ColdingLight kind of shows up whenever he wants to. It's just another homage to them. So kudos to everybody in this tournament. But like we said, ColdingLight is definitely running right now, making a strong case for MVP. But that's because we haven't had an opportunity to see all the other players too. We'll still get to speak more on that later on here.
Yeah, we're a little one-sided on the bracket, but I can confirm we do have one of our finals players is waiting for their next matchup in the arena.
That Jones?
That's Jonesy. Confirmed.
Jones, excellent.
Number 1 seed favored, and he was number 1 seed in the bracket, ends up in finals. So let's take a look at the bracket really quick. And oh no, we're ready. We have everyone set in, good to go. They know what's going on. So let's go ahead and go right back to it. Here we go, spectator mode.
Let's run it. All right. Can the Kyogre bring back the victory for dear old Mark?
So, I mean, what? Any mistakes that we can name here but Mark made? I mean, it's tough. He's going to any Mon he brings, it's going to at least 3 of the Mons are going to be weak to a Tornadus. So, how does he beat the Tornadus? I'm thinking Metagross. Or the Thunderous. The Thunderous, excuse me.
Say Metagross is going to have a problem. I think this Thunderous is going to go to town until he figures out a solution to it. And when I see what he's currently has, he's going to need, what, like Rock Slide Metagross? And I hope that's what he has.
We see a Ferrothorn, or we see a Metagross on the field. I don't know, that Ferrothorn he might have brought him to again. So, we have a self-proc situation going on here? Maybe a breaking swipe, weakness policy Metagross?
It's definitely got that as a capability. He might want to just counter with Tailwind right away first, though, just to get speed control up, because he knows that Astral Barrage is going to be coming sooner or later. We might even see some Quakes coming here into Whimsicott to kind of draw that out.
So going for, I think, a turn 1 max again. Man, I heard Mark Yofira comment on this Pokemon. He said this is the best Pokemon in the beta right now. And usually when you get to the top 100s, 200s strengths, I think 90, 80% of the teams are going to have this Mon on it.
I think the discovery of Assault Vest Thunding through Series 8 is just a strong one and staple for the filler right now.
You bring up a great point, the item that's used on him. Assault Vest. I think I went for another item, but that, yeah, it just makes so. I need Assault Vest on my Celesteela. I'm sorry, I can't give it up. My Celi has to have its Assault Vest, so, but maybe I need to learn to move that on the right Mon. Targeting the same, just as last game, hitting that Tornadus with almost full damage and leaving it. Oh, he's KOs it this time. So I think, was last round a bad roll, or did I miss an attack from Whimsicott?
No, he used Helping Hand to make sure that it went in there this time to prevent Brutal Swing from going on. There you go. Without his proc, it's not enough damage to kill, so this is going to be a little bit of an uglier situation. Once that Metagross gets out of Dynamax mode, and Astral Barrage is out on the field, ready to come for him, it's going to be rough. He needed to definitely get Tailwind up right there, because now he's got nothing out of that turn.
Looks like I'm in the middle of a draft league right now, and I'm going to have to wait till after this matchup.
Well, there you go. Out comes Urshifu, a soon-to-be victim of a Thunderous Max Airstream.
There's them Sucharu nonsense coming out. Trying to get the eject button. Get him out of here or something. Lundy goes down. Metagross is still maxed and in charge here. So, not too bad on Mark's side right now. It's kind of the even 3-3. But ColdingLight, of course, got Metagross's weakness. And it's going to be tough for him to stay on the field.
If he's got some investment, he can live one Astral Barrage while he's still big. Actually, I don't know about that through the Helping Hand. I'm not sure. I haven't calculated that out recently. Helping Hand through it. Might go down. Threat of Sucker Punch, though. Last time Mark... I think if I was playing this, I don't want to give my opponent the same game plan that I did last time, so... Oh, there he is. He pulls it this time. Speak of the devil.
Saving it for the back, maybe getting a little chip in before he goes... They both switch out, which is very interesting.
Takes the Moonblast into Kyogre.
Oh man, he's getting those buffs, man, or those debuffs every time. Whimsicott goes down, but he gets a -1 on the Kyogre before he gets out. That could be big later on in the game. Two in a row, Albino. 2 in a row, man. Both games. Colding's got the AK, the VGC legend, got to deal with Masuda, I guess, and that's why I got Spectator mode. So I guess he made a deal with Masuda too.
Hack steal, 100% hack steal. He was like, I need to win this.
Metagross goes for the protect. Maybe to get some more chip.
Barrage IDXE.
Oh, here it comes. Sold the soul to Masuda. Kyogre can take one of these, but he takes a good amount of it because my Kyogre usually gets down to less than half. But we get an Origin Pulse up. This is going to hurt the Calyrex side, especially with the Life Orb. It is enough damage, so we're just left with the Ferrothorn. Oh, Mark's in a really good spot. He's sitting with the close combat in the back.
A crit! Wow, the crit mattered. I'm sure. I think that crit mattered. I think chat's saying it didn't. I think crit mattered. I think it did.
Crit mattered. Crit deserved.
Not saying it's not deserved at all.
This is game 2, ladies and gentlemen. We're in a game 2. ColdingLight is up 1, but he's also only has 1 Pokemon left in the field, with Kyogre and Metagross still in the field, and a Urshifu in the back on Mark's end.
The best part of this is we get to start seeing the mental warfare, the true guerrilla tactics during Game 3, because now they're playing the player, you know what I mean? They both, whatever confidence they had has both been shattered with going into it. Now they're both thinking, okay, this is the last game. This is the one that matters to get me into the finals. The other opponent's already waiting. They know what's going on right now. They've got to be pretty nervous. I'm pretty excited.
Oh, man, this is getting hot. Yeah, just like you said on the Game 3, man, the Mons have already showed their moves. Now it's just the players to make the moves. And in what order and what difference from last game. But this man, don't count ColdingLight out yet. Man, this Ferrothorn has been seen in other games with other players. It could 1-4 whole team. I mean, as long as it gets some, we know it already has Leech Seed. We've seen Iron Defense with the Metagross and the Urshifu. He can stun up against them. And Kyogre's -1, so it's gonna have to get some big hits in, and it's gonna be tough. I don't know, Jin. Oh, we get a critical! No. Oh my gosh! Oh, he needed that. He needed that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, Kyogre comes down, and now we have a close combat, and maybe another Stomping Tantrum. I mean, if it misses, it's going to really help it again.
I think close combat just wins it right here. If not Wicked Blow, I think he'll just do 40% anyway, and I think that kind of locks it in. That crit was big. Yeah, there's the Wicked Blow, that just locks it.
Woo! Takes it down the 1. The confirmed critical hit. Urshifu's sash is broken, but Stomping Tantrum will be enough damage. We got a game 3. ColdingLight's first loss of the night. Let's see it.
Well played by MasterMark. Well played by MasterMark.
This man,
well done.
it
well
does
done.
not have. He has Master in his name for a reason. This guy, man, he do not ever count him out. I love it. All right.
Oh, Mark ain't no joke, man. Mark ain't no joke.
Let's go see some FaceTime right here while we set up our game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Like we were talking about for game 3, it's a little bit different. You know, you're playing the opponent now. You've scouted, you've seen their matchup, you know what they're going to bring. You probably have seen their style. Now it's guerrilla warfare. Do they play the same way? Do they play differently? Both players right now, their buttholes are probably the size of a decimal point, puckered up. So, you know, they know that they're being viewed. They know they're being watched. So they want to see, you know, and demonstrate their best. I'm excited to see what they're bringing here. This is going to be good, man. I know I keep saying I'm excited, but I'm just hyped up. This is good. This is good content.
I knew I needed to turn the family-friendly tag off where we started, but now we can let loose a little more. Now, and I got Jin uncaged now, guys. Got to keep this man out of the cage. You guys know. I've heard you've jumped out of a match during a MMA match. Here we go. Let's get to the match. They're already set up. Back to Spectator mode. Let's hear the predictions.
Willie, you didn't get to see, but I have my I Heart Willie shirt underneath this suit, so my bad for not showing that one off. Going to predictions, you know, both of them have demonstrated their acumen. They both have demonstrated their ability to achieve in getting to this point and in the matchup against one another. At this point now, I think we can't really play favorites. We've seen what can happen when Metagross can get positioned properly. Oh, yeah. And that was after Mark lost his brutal swing. So you've got to remember, Mark went to a back foot right off of the beginning. And there's not a lot that he can do to take out Metagross outside of coming out himself right away with, say, Calyrex. So we might see a little bit, like I said, more mind games coming here. Let's call it out.
Man, we definitely know. I can definitely say Mark's got to bring the same leads. He's got to bring his Metagross. He's got to get Tornadus to help with some speed, or maybe he doesn't go for the weakness pulse of proc this time, or maybe he gets in a switch. Metagross and Urshifu doesn't use Tornadus this time. I think he was predicting maybe him bringing Calyrex this turn, but ColdingLight holds off. Saves Calyrex in the back like usual, and is probably going to put up Thunderous to just put some damage and get some damage in again like last round.
This is going to be tough now for Mark because he doesn't have an option to just deal with this automatic eject button. Urshifu is going to come in here but can just get doubled into and just get removed off the field.
And hopefully Mark is ready for that because, you know, when you get in game 3, you forget maybe, oh man, he's going to maybe do the switcheroo eject button again, so maybe he needs to make sure he stops that as well.
Sucker Punch and Rock Slide though, Max Rock Slide will kill his Thundy though. So I think he's just gonna Sucker Punch in the air and just go for Rock Slide, take him out.
He takes Thunderous out because he sees the kind of damage output that he's got. Metagross, I think, calls the switch and switches his to the back as well.
Okay, both playing defensively. Good to see. Good to see. Let's see what Urshifu's got coming out here.
Tailwind for Ferrothorn? Even though it's a Wicked Blow, we still got some good damage on Ferrothorn. But we got the Sash broken, and now we got an easy Moonblast hit, so that's probably why I want to get that Tailwind up.
I thought he was doubling into the Urshi. Had he doubled into the Urshi like I thought, I think he'd be sitting in a better spot. Urshi would be off the field, there'd be no damage. He would have just gotten a swap. And then it would have put him in the same kind of position for Rock Slide, and he'd be +1, and then with Tailwind, you know, be effectively +3.
So Mark vowed just to put his Urshi back in the back for late game against maybe Calyrex. Calls the Moonblast, I think. Missed Hurricane. You can tell when those delays. Don't those delays hurt? You just know the miss is coming.
Oh my god, those misses.
Maybe he was hoping for a switch there, or he just felt ballsy and went for the what 75% Hurricane without the rain.
Ferrothorn's going to have time to power back up now because he can't effectively get Urshifu back in while Whimsicott's still on the field. So now Mark has to focus on getting that down before he can even deal with the Ferrothorn threat. And unfortunately, Ferrothorn is going to take time to set up here. It's already got one Leech Seed out. When it starts getting its buffs up, it's going to be a monster for the end game because without Urshifu, he effectively can't really take it out in pretty much any means.
He's got to get Urshifu back on the field, but Ferrothorn's going to get some turns to set up now. Holding Ring back in Thundurus after the switch around. Metagross goes to protect. No switch for Mark's in. He's going to keep both Pokemon in. Going for another Raw Hurricane. Hopefully get up some confused. He does!
Wow.
So Ferrothorn defensing up against the Metagross, and I don't know. I mean, I know it's a critical with close or it's going to be a nice hit with close combat. I mean, once you get +4, the close combat doesn't do much damage anymore. I don't know, Jin, and this Ferrothorn's getting set up pretty well here.
Yeah, Ferrothorn's about to get to +10. It's going to be gross. So much play being done without any of the restricteds on the field.
That's what I love the most when we see that. It's not just depending on your legendary or your restricted. It's using a team synergy, getting it set up for said Pokemon.
I think a cool thing to talk about is the synergy behind some of these players' teams that kind of work with them. I know ColdingLight and Mark both have, specific little circles that they work with to both flesh out their teams for all their draft leagues, all their tournaments. I think a lot of people, when they're wondering how do I get to that next level, you're always going to get farther, regardless of how, LeBron or Kobe-esque your talent is. You're always going to get better with the proper support system, and it probably demonstrates on why these two usually end up at the top of the tournaments, no matter what.
Tornadus is able to get up a brutal swing on Metagross. I mean, Ferrothorn's getting stronger, but did he go for the Thundurus? Iron defense on Ferrothorn. He does miss. He calls the move, gets out of there, so we got a early max on Markson, so he's only got 2 real turns of max here, and ColdingLight has yet to max yet. The tides are turning.
Unfortunately, Kyogre can't do much to Ferrothorn, and Mark's Calyrex is going to both outspeed and out damage pretty much everything else on the field.
Goes for the max quick, knowing he's going to be faster than the Ferrothorn now.
He's using that because he knows he's going to be going against an Astro Barrage coming up. I'm not sure what spec he's using or what calc he's using, but he's hoping to survive that first Astro Barrage.
It's good planning ahead. I love to see that on the professional level. Critical hit on the fly, hits the fly, gets the critical hit, takes out the Tornadus. Oh, that's such good damage from body press. So he's gonna probably have to go for another max quake here on Ferrothorn, right? Has to. And Thundurus isn't out. Thundurus is under Tailwind, but so is Kyogre, so we know Thundurus is going first. So it's going to be not enough Water Pulse damage on the Ferrothorn. I mean, it's good. He's only strengthened his defense, but Water Pulse will do a good amount of damage because he's not strengthen his special defense. So Ferrothorn's going to go down to about halfway, but it's going to be tough for Metagross to do any more damage on him.
He can just go for Thunder, or go for a Wild Charge and go for Body Press again, and I think he's going to take both of them out. I didn't see how much meta loss from that Body Press specifically, but it felt like it's a little bit close to what he's got left.
So it feels like Thundurus switches out. Interesting. So we're going to see a Water Pulse or a Called Protect. No Protect from Kyogre because Ferrothorn's faster, correct? He goes for Water Spout. Raw onto the non-sashed Calyrex. Calyrex comes in and goes away. Oh, I don't know about that play, man.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I think, like I said, the smart play would have just been easily go for the speed control and get... I'm sorry, you have speed control. You just go for Thundurus and you Wild Charge, take out the Kyogre. Even if it protects, you might lose to a max Rockfall, your Thundurus, but your +2 Ferrothorn is going to come close to killing the Metagross.
So Metagross doesn't need to go for Max Quake anymore with Calyrex gone. Alright, so Tailwind, he doesn't need the Rider. So chat's all agreeing that the Rider was just a sacrifice there. Good old Sackmond term. Instead of, I mean, a Wild Charge, I think he was calling the mind games were totally in that turn. That was a straight up mind game. So Kyogre gets the kill on Wims and does good enough damage on Ferrothorn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sticking to what I said, that the play was Thundurus going for the Wild Charge, and because now he's going to be in a rougher spot.
And Ferrothorn takes a flinch. Oh no!
Oh my God, this is the tide's turning here.
So Thundurus comes back in. Urshifu's still in the back. It's still going to get this Ferrothorn. Now the Ferrothorn, I think, might be in close combat range. It's just how...
No, Ferrothorn's gone now. Ferrothorn's about to get noodled. You can have Urshi come in and noodle him in one hit. He's below the 40% threshold. Kyogre's still here, ready to... Oh my God, there we go. Let's see what happens with this Metagross and this Rock. Okay, Lundy gets his Dyna up. +2 Rock Slide. How much is the +2 Rock Slide going to do here?
Ferrothorn goes for Protect. Hazel's Metagross for sure on that.
There goes Metagross.
See what? No, what is it? Origin Pull? Water Spout still coming up. Definite hit here. Maybe we needed a crit there, Tub, and that would have maybe made a little things different. But now we have a Tailwind-less Kyogre coming in with the Urshifu.
Doesn't matter. He's got a Sucker Punch. That's Sucker Punch for Mark to win. Mark can just Sucker Punch and take that out.
And then Water Spout.
Yeah, I think that's game for Mark.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think that Thundurus is Sucker Punch range, guys.
It's definitely Sucker Punch range. That Thundy's going down.
There we go. Thundy's going down. Now the raw Water Spout. He's out with Tailwind. How fast is Ferrothorn? He seemed pretty fast. Nope. Water Spout comes out. And that's game. Mark
It's over.
wins the set.
Off the back foot. Off the back foot.
With the 3-minute timer coming in, Chi-Chi's to Mark. We're going right to the commentators to talk about this one. Holy crap. So
now that was a turnaround. That was an interesting turnaround.
So now can we talk about the sacrifice in the Calyrex? I don't think he would have been in that position had he not sacked his Calyrex. I mean, speak to me, Jin.
Chat was talking about the swap needed for Tailwind. At the end of the day, I don't know. He hadn't Dynaed yet. He could have Dynaed in that same situation. He lost his restricted on a swap, regardless of what you want to look at for why it happened, the outcome after the effect. He is now playing the rest of his third game, the most pivotal one, without the most important mon that you've got on your entire team. The mon that you build your team around, or at least, you know, the archetype of your team. So it's definitely a sad thing to see happen, but also well played by Mark. You know, let's not act like Mark didn't go hard to take back the second and the third game. Yes. You know, sometimes when a lot of things are talked about, it's focus on, oh, blah, blah, blah. We've got to kind of focus on Mark's, you know, positive, you know, focused and just coming back and bouncing back after a hard loss in the first round to win the second and third rounds. I mean, he's now in the finals while being off his back foot. He is not going down in this final here. He's ready for Jones. This is going to be two killers that are going to be going at it pretty hardcore.
Hardcore killers. Yeah, man. Just Mark knew what he needed to bring for game 1-2. We saw the Metagross leave both games. Saw both games with the Metagross max. The first game he didn't need the proc. The second game, probably the proc wouldn't even help either because it was hard walling against the Ferrothorn. But, oh, man, I don't know. Thundy maybe doing a little more damage. I guess we're getting that it was outspeeding the Kyogre. I mean, I think Thundy was under Tailwind. I think Kyogre was under Tailwind. So I don't know who had a more speed there. But like you said, he sacked the Calyrex there. And Calyrex didn't do anything but was a meat shield. And I think there might have been a couple other options there.
Oh, this is going to be a good match. Now it looks like Jones is leaving the chat and being a great sportsman. Shout out to Jones. And they're going to be starting to get set up here. I'm not sure if chat knew kind of what we were talking about. The flinch definitely made a difference in that game. It absolutely 100% did. What we were just discussing as commentators was the idea of why the swap in was for Calyrex was going in. We were arguing the Tailwind conjecture and what kind of bonuses he would get versus that versus either dynaing or, you know, going hard.
So it looks like here we have our finals, guys. Let me get this updated for you guys.
Balls and it hurt.
Switch spectator mode. Be right back.
Thank you for the 5 gift subs from Pirate Captain. That's absolutely awesome. Pirate, thank you for giving out to the NinoPokeBros community. Welcome to it. Yeah. Welcome to it, everybody.
And the Pirates are here, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Got some subs in the chat. Guabdiz. Oh, we know him. Big Slim. We know him. Big Bird with the beard, we know him. And Artistic and Wistawi. Thank you. Welcome to the PokeBros, guys. But I need to update this graphic. Here we go. It looks like we got Mark moving on to finals. Coming back on the 2-1 set against ColdingLight. And we got Jones 2-0ing Willie and ending up in the finals. I think the best way, because we're going to stream this situation, I think we're going to maybe get Marks on stream and maybe have him stream it and we can see it that way. So that's the next thing we want to be able to set up for you guys. So give us a moment while we can get that set up. And anything else to give him while we go on a little break, Jin?
No, I got nothing at all. Ladies and gentlemen, go get your snacks and your popcorn right now and come back ready for the finals.
Sounds good, man. Thank you, sir. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Are you ready for the best idea ever? Do you have money? Do you want even more money? Well, guess what? We got a great idea for you. Stop. I told you to stay out of my peripheral. 2, 1. Gamer first! Electrolyte dairy-based product. 4 gamers, 5 gamers. I drink it every morning so I can game like a pro. Ah! Stay out of the way. It's all about the product shop. You want them to see. Where do I stand? Gamer Mill! Made Buy, game, enter. Once your profit soars high,